So what's new in Mortal Kombat 10?
Well, the official name is actually Mortal Kombat X.
Oh, yes.
But,
Mortal Kombat X, done.
X stands for, it's Roman numeral 10. It's the next kind of like next generation, consoles. We have next generation characters. And we have a whole new, couple of new fighting features that we'd like to kind of demonstrate for you here as well. So there's a number of new characters that we're revealing here. Actually, four. It's just for E3 here.
Awesome.
And I think this game is probably going to introduce the most number of new characters that any Mortal Kombat game has.
All right, I'm waiting. Here we go. So who do we have over here?
Right here, that's Ferrator, which is a kind of big hulking creature with a little lady who's on his back. He takes commands from and uses her in combat, and of course Sub-Zero, which most people recognize. So you're going to see some really cool combos with Ferrator, where he actually uses the little lady as part of the combos. It's some cool throws and stuff that he has.
Now they count as one or two characters, because that's like a combo.
Just one character, but they work in tandem with each other, which is really cool. And you notice that Sub-Zero was kind of like swinging on the tree branches. So that's one of the new features we have is kind of, we're calling background leveraging, where basically you can kind of propel yourself in off certain parts of the background, kind of gaining momentum.
Yeah, I saw one of the stages during the trailer where it was like there were like waves coming by and like bodies coming up, and you take the body, and that was like pretty epic.
Yeah, exactly. And so you just saw that Sub-Zero jumped off that tree there, and he's kind of cornered on the side here, and he takes that branch and kind of smashes him with it. So it's like all these opportunities to kind of move yourself about the background, or grab a quick weapon. You see Ferrator here is getting his entrails frozen and then jammed into his eye here.
Oh, so what triggers these close-ups? Like, when do we see that?
Those are the X-ray moves, which is something that we introduced in Mortal Kombat 9, which was an MK in 2011. And that was something that people really loved. They embraced. We had these super meters. A really great number of moves can be performed with them. So we kept that and added these variations of characters on it.
Awesome. So what other, who's gotten like the most treatment of the original characters? Who's gotten the most love, you'd say?
Well, the only returning ones that we've announced so far are Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And I think Scorpion's probably gotten the most love. Probably a little bit too much. We got to let Sub-Zero win some of those fights every once in a while here.
There we go. I'm sure to appreciate that. So cool. What else? What are you most proud of so far in Mortal Kombat X?
One of the things we're very excited about is this, this concept of the variations of characters. Normally when you're playing a fighting game, a character is defined by their costume and what they can do.
Right.
So, with Mortal Kombat X, every character has three versions of them, three variations of them. So you can pick different versions of the characters that have different moves that are exclusive to themselves.
So they play like they have different abilities.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, that's awesome.
So but Sub-Zero will always have his ice ball, but this version of Sub-Zero can actually summon weapons. So he can bring out this big hammer that he can use. He can has these daggers that he can use in a combo, which is really stabbing there, and he has a sword that he can bring out, which is awesome. So it's a really but only that version of Sub-Zero does it. The other two have one has a clone, one has an ice shield. It really makes matchups a lot more of an interesting thing.
Right, so you're going to want to make sure you know all the variations of all the characters. You want to be competitive here.
Exactly. So
I love that.
Yeah, he breaks the person's spine there.
So now, can I ask, what goes through, what happens when you guys are discussing what fatalities to do? What is a session like that like when you guys are sitting in a room yeah, it'd be cool if you just, grab that spine, just snap it in half while it's still inside of them?
Everybody sits around a table. Some people bring drawings with them. Some people stand up and act something out. They mention the fatality and what they want it to be. Some stuff is just kind of over the top when we say we can't do that.
Can you give me an example what's over the top? I really want to know what would not make it.
There's a reason they're over the top. And but we're really excited about but then a lot of them just really resonate with everybody.
Right.
And then we get a concept person to start drawing it out, what the shots are going to be, and the cinematic guys kind of get involved. So it's really fun to see those things come from an idea in somebody's head to something like you just saw there.
Yeah, and you can feel it. So how large of a role does the story play in Mortal Kombat X? Is insane.
It's a huge role. One of the things that was most embraced with Mortal Kombat 9 was our story presentation.
Right.
It was very cinematic, very detailed story. Over 2 hours of cinema. And the whole process goes through, like an 8-hour story mode experience. So we're really going to want to bring back and expand on that with with Mortal Kombat X.
Do you ever kind of go back and forth with the stories and go like, no, you go like, change this, or maybe Sub-Zero should have like, his second cousin come into this, or or is it kind of like already like all defined? You have like this.
No, there's a whole story writing process. The guys who write the story, they come up with like a couple paragraph summary, and they'll do like a 10-page treatment, and then a full script that looks like a movie script.
Wow.
So very, very, very long process. There's a lot that has to be taken into account.
Right on. So I assume this audio thing is normal, but let's start taking some questions from chat. So guys, people ask, are you gonna reveal it? Like people ask about Sonya. I guess we're gonna keep it a surprise for now. Who else is gonna be in the play?
Yeah, unfortunately, we just have the 6 characters that we were kind of revealing here, which is 4 new ones, which we're really excited about, and then the 2 returning Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and we're gonna give people a chance.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So the X-ray moves are just as brutal as before, and the people really love that whole kind of close-up, slow motion.
Yeah, no, it's very satisfying.
Yeah.
And how about this backdrop? It's just like very engrossing. Like you have like these animals, like these beasts, just kind of resting. You got the onlookers.
That tiger in the middle, you can actually jump off of, which is really cool. And I don't know if you can see.
Here we go.
Fatality.
The knees. Ah! And it's not over.
No, she takes her
bubble gum
out and covers the wound, and then it fills up with.
Oh my God! Whose idea was that one? Can you give?
You know what? I don't remember. It might have been one of our designers. Brian LeBaron might be the one.
I would not have seen that coming.
Wow. That. Yeah, I'm not.
Man, intense. So, what else are you proud of in Mortal Kombat X?
Pardon?
What else are you proud of? Like, what else have you guys?
Well, like I said, we can kind of demonstrate here
all the different variations.
All the different variations. Again, so like when you pick a character, the next thing you do is pick the variation of that character. Each one has, exclusive moves that only they can do, and they're kind of, designed out to be, one's might be more offensive or defensive or something like a distance projectile one or whatnot. And so it's really going to add to the whole kind of matching up of characters. Normally in a fighting game you might say, oh, Raiden is a bad matchup with, Scorpion or something. But, something like, Raiden A might be a bad matchup with Scorpion B, which might be a good matchup with Scorpion A, and so all those add a lot more variables in play to the combat.
Now, are all the variations available up front once you get the game? Do you have to unlock the variations?
No, they're all available. That's the big difference is, so that's the big thing where we have the
you just have this
that's
this chemistry with like different variations of different characters facing off against each other,
exactly.
And just really learning that.
Yeah.
So that's great. So who's this we have over here on the left?
He's a Kotal Khan. He kind of, he in some ways he reminds me of a God of War type of character, or just he's this kind of God type character. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very, very regal. Very he's not like this fast, nimble guy. He's more of a power character. He has a number of variations. Well, one of them, he has this big sword on his back. This one has projectiles that he shoots.
Oh.
And so again, you play differently with each one.
So fans, I'm sure, are always begging you for new things for the new game. What are some of the things that fans have asked you for that you specifically brought back for them or brought back more of? I mean, I'm sure Fatality is one of them.
Yeah, X-rays were a big thing that people really loved and wanted to see more of. And new characters, we really feel like the last Mortal Kombat game, to our surprise, to our pleasant surprise, was the biggest selling of all of them.
Amazing.
And so we were kind of like, we didn't want to just come back and say, let's just reskin that with next-gen graphics.
Right.
So we really wanted to bring something substantial, something to really mix things up to the table.
How long have you guys been working on Mortal Kombat X?
Oh, we were working on it part-time while we were working on Injustice, So we're getting some overlap on the game, but we're in the planning stages and stuff while we were in Injustice.
Now, how long do we have to wait until we can get our hands on this?
I wish we could give you more detail. The only thing we have right now is it's 2015.
Right on.
So we really want to take the time to make this live up to the expectations that people have on the game. It's such a it's like I said, when the last game did so well, we really want to satisfy people's. There's such a big
there's high expectations.
Game.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly.
Woo. Oh man, I love that. Do you have a personal favorite character so far in the selection we're looking at
My,
here?
my favorite of the new ones is Pharaoh Tor. You know, just I love the way that he works with the little lady on her back and stuff. It's such an inventive way to kind of add combat. Devora's a great one too. She has these stingers. She's like an insect
Like the way
lady.
it like pierced the head. That was beautiful.
Yeah, those are great.
But I can't wait to see like the backstory between like the guy, like the little lady on back, and just like see like where they came from. Hopefully, I'll see that in the story.
Absolutely, you're going to get a lot of. We actually would like to introduce some information about these characters before the game even comes out.
Oh my God, she's
that
surgery. Oh my God, how refreshing! All over the face, like